Do you ever question why things are happening for you? Sometimes we cannot see the reason why. I encourage you to just stop for a moment. Look at that thing that is happening. See the beauty and see that things are always happening for us. But at times it can be difficult to see. I'm Tam and I'm from Why You Can Too and the Avatar Collective. Thank you so much for joining in from wherever you are around this magical globe. I'm going to do my best to give you some tips and tools using my own experience so that it can enhance your life and you can live a life that you deserve too. Does that sound good? Thought so. You see, I'm known as the Manifesting Connections Queen. There is absolutely no mistake that you're watching this video because I see unlimited possibilities absolutely everywhere. I send the energy to the outcome that I desire and I love bringing people with me. So it's so excellent that you've chosen to join in today. I'm going to share with you a couple of stories on my own personal journey with the desire to stir your soul, inspire you and show you just what is possible. And see that things are always happening for you. You see, when I entered this world, things were not ideal. I was an abandoned child. I now discover that I was left in a hospital for 6 months, losing everyone in my family, my mum, my identical twin, everyone. And the nurses obviously do not have time to nurture 100% of the time. And what I know is babies without nurturing, they suffer and they perish. But what if the strength and resilience that I gained during that time were the exact ingredients that I needed to overcome some of the biggest obstacles people would ever face? And that's exactly what I've chosen to believe. Many years ago, or maybe 3 years ago, I was running a retreat over in an island. And I was running the retreat with other ladies. And each one of the leaders was given a boat, a ferry, to get out of there, to leave the island first. But you see, everyone else needed to get back home. Everyone else was so much more important. And they felt the need that they needed to get on the first boat to get home to see their families, and they didn't consider me. During that time, I felt abandoned, I felt rejected. All of that pain that I had in my childhood just came reveling back to haunt me. But you see, I was left on the island with some other beautiful participants that joined us. And what I know and what I now see is that they needed me during that journey because we were put on a boat taxi, and at that stage, coming back from Moreton Island, there weren't any other taxis for the rest of the day. That was the last taxi. So they overfilled it with our luggage and all the ladies, and then there was me, and I was the only leader at that time. As we were crossing the channel, the boat started to sink and go down. And all the ladies were so freaked out. They were screaming because they thought we were going to sink. But with all of the knowledge and all of the skills and all the tools that I have with my other company, First Aid Why You Can Too, I had everything that I needed within me so that we didn't drown, so that we didn't go down. And through my leadership, I could get them out of their head, into their heart space, calm them down, breathe, because that was the most important thing, to change their mindset. So if it was another person, another leader that was left on that island, perhaps they might not have had the same tips and tools to calm the ladies down, and who knows what would have happened. That's just one example that I've used through my experience, past experiences, built strength and resilience, and I've been able to draw on it, just like my dot to dot of my life. Because you see your life and you think, wow, that happened because I needed a tool for this point, I needed a tool for this point. So perspective is so, so, so incredible. So I want you to think of a time in your life where things were not ideal, but you could draw on the strength and resilience from a previous obstacle that you'd overcome. And instead of focusing on the perturbation and the chaos and the disaster at hand, draw on that strength, those tools that you've already got in your toolbox, and send it to the desire that you want, that you totally desire, because anything is absolutely possible. I'm Tam, and I'm from Why You Can Too in the Avatar Collective. I use all of these tips and tools in creating all of my businesses. And the Avatar Collective is no mistake that we created to help shine a light on other businesses. So if you've got products and services, I encourage you to join our fast-growing collaborative community where we can shine a light on what you do and help you get your knowledge and your tips and your tools and your products out to the world in a much bigger way. I'll pop the link below. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love helping you discover your why by deciding that you can, so that you can live a life that you deserve. And if I can do this, guess what? You can too.